Celery with Flask and Flask-SQLAlchemy cannot update a database record. I'm creating a background Celery task with Flask and Flask-SQLAlchemy to update a property of a database record. I am using the recommended documentation for the Celery config, and this is a simplified version of my code. And this is the output from the print statements. I can see in my Celery worker logs that the task is being picked up and completed. However, the print statements show that the stuff.processed property is always false. The print statement never shows true even after I update it manually. I've tested this outside of Celery and I can update the property just fine. There is a very similar problem here, but that solution did not work for my situation. Library versions. Flask 0.12.2, SQLAlchemy January 1, 2011, Celery 4.0.2, Flask-SQLAlchemy 2.2. Update. Additional testing shows I can create and persist newly created objects to the database. Updating pre-existing objects continues to fail.
And my question. I simplified the code substantially, and when doing so I changed the reserved property to process. My actual model looks more like this. It turns out that reserved is a function in Celery, which is why the property could not be updated from my Celery task. The solution was to rename the reserved property on the model.
If you want to subscribe to the channel,